Namaste everyone, and welcome back to another session of Yoga with Reena. I hope you're well, and today's session is going to be slightly different, just backed by popular demand. I've had a few of you message me and ask if we can do some more sessions on the chair, so I thought we would return to the chair just for today. So if you can make sure for today you've got a chair with you, you've got enough space around you, and of course just looking at our health and safety, appropriate clothing, hair tied back, no socks, and also just making sure that we're aware of our space, our own body, any limitations you might have, and also just listening to your body and being as careful as we possibly can. So once you've grabbed your chair, settle it down on the floor, and I've got one facing the side to start with. And then sort of midway through, we're just going to shift it based on the asanas. And this is just simply because I want you to make sure that you can see me properly. But of course, your chair, once it's settled, you can just have it facing me. That's not a problem at all. Yeah, so if you just settle your chair down facing me, and then we're just going to make a start. So making sure that we're sitting up nice and straight, our feet are planted firmly, and we're nice and comfortable, and nice big smiles, and ready to start our session. Okay, so taking a nice deep breath in and just raising those arms up and just taking a really big stretch, really big stretch, and just pulling yourself out to the side, really pulling everything down. Keep going, and then starting to bring our hands all the way down, and then just holding Chinmaya Mudra with our thumb and index finger. And as you're sitting, just please making sure that our backs are nice and straight. So if I just show you from the side, okay, making sure that you're not leaning like this, no slouching, yeah? So using the back of the chair. Now my chair curves out a little bit, that's completely fine, but my back is still straight. So you can see I'm only using the chair to support the back part that I've got there, okay? And making sure that the feet are nice and relaxed, whether they reach the floor or not is completely fine. We're gonna sit with our mudra, and we're gonna just close our eyes and just take a nice deep breath, and we're gonna breathe in and out. Keep that exhale coming all the way out, and just take a few moments to come into the body, come into the mind, allowing yourself to zone inwards and just going for 30 pushes of Kapalbhati, but just making sure that any high blood pressure, any migraine patients, I want you to just make sure you're being very careful. So either sitting this one out and just doing nice deep breaths, or doing it every other breath, but listen to your body, okay? And in this practice, remember, we are just pumping from our noses out and bringing that stomach in, okay? So just starting in your own time. Keep going, and just keep that face completely relaxed. Only thing moving should be our stomach. You've got about 10 more pushes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice deep breath in and out, and just settle your spine completely on the chair if it's not already. Keep that abdomen up. And then nice and slowly just let your head fall back. Keep that mouth closed. Very important to also relax after these breathing practices, but also it's nice to let our neck fall back like this. And slowly just bring it up, and with a few blinks, we're just going to open our eyes, and we're going to relax our hands. And if you want to carry on with more of that Kriya, more of the Kapalbhati practice, then please just hit pause and you can carry on. But we're just because of time restraint, we're going to move on. Okay, so just a few warm-ups before we begin our poses. Now, our poses today, again, are going to be focused on our backs and our legs, and just generally getting mobile and bringing some looseness into the muscles that can get very, very tight from all that sitting. So if we can sit ourselves towards sitting up nice and straight, so your feet are nice and flat and hands down at the side, and we're going to breathe in and we're going to come up, and we're going to breathe out and we're going to sit down. Okay, and up and down and up and down. Just feeling that heat come into that quad region as we come up and sit down. Yeah, really, really good. Heating those quads up, heating the body up. Now the same, raise the arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, and exhale, down. See, our feet haven't even moved off the floor. And we're still going up, and we're going down, breathing in, and breathing out, and coming down lastly. Okay, very good. So little bit of mobility we've got going on in our body. So nice and slowly this time, head up and head down, head to the right, head to the left, ear to shoulder, shoulders back 3, shoulders forward 3, wrists 1, 2, 3, change direction 1, 2, 3, and just give them a little shake, especially since we might have been sitting for a while. Okay, now we're going to do our back and our chest as well. Okay, so just as we would do the tiger breath on our mat, we're going to do the same, but we're going to do it on the chair. So if you come slightly towards the end of your chair and just open the feet out, okay, I just want to make sure you can see me from the side, hence my chair's facing this way. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, we're going to push. Can you see my hips? They're pushing out. Yeah, so pushing my hips out, breathing in and breathing out. And this time I'm going to arch my shoulders and I'm going to curve over. Yeah, so doing a nice big stretch, breathing in, hips out, head up, breathing out, hips in, head down. One more time, inhale up and exhale down. Bring that stomach all the way in, good. And back to normal. Good, well done. Okay, so we're going to move into just warming the legs up a little bit more, but I want you all to be very careful. Now, my chair's quite heavy, so I'm going to be able to do this. So if you're not able to do what I'm doing, okay, what I'd like for you to do is just lift your legs up and down. So you can stand up and you can do exactly what I'm doing, okay? And for those of you that are able to, what we're going to do is we're going to step up onto the chair, stand, and come right back down, okay? So chair permitted, guys, be very, very careful when you're doing this, okay? So make sure you're doing the same leg and then the same leg comes down, okay? Same leg up and same leg down. And then the other leg now, opposite leg up, opposite leg down, opposite leg up and opposite leg down. Very good. Now, if you want to hit pause and go for more, you're more than welcome to, okay? But these practices are good because what they do is they start to build up your pulse. Yeah, we want to get our bodies nice and mobile. If we don't have sort of mats or anything like that, it's a good thing for us to do. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just do a little bit of breathing just to get our breath right back to the control. So inhale and raise those arms up, and just exhale and bring them all the way down. Keep exhaling and relax. And nice and slowly, we're going to do our Surya Namaskar now, yeah? Just one cycle on each side, just to loosen the legs and the spine and to prepare our bodies for the asanas, okay? So we want to settle our body as much as we can, nice and straight. Take a nice deep breath in, join the Namaskar at the top, palms into chest, chin up, chest up, and try not to lean forward, yeah? We want to make sure the back is in a nice straight line, and we're going to inhale, and we're going to lean as far back as we can. Use the chair to help you. We're going to exhale, we're going to come down, and we're going to try and touch the floor, yeah? So wrist all the way in front of your toes, breathing in. Let's take our left leg, hug the knee, okay? Place it on and forehead down to that knee. Really stretch the back of that neck out. forehead down to that knee, and then inhale, head up, and then exhale, place that leg down, and back up to a straight position, upright. Here we go, opposite side. Inhale, lean all the way back, 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 back. Exhale, come all the way down. Can you see my arms are traveling at the side of my head? I'm not cheating. So let's make sure those triceps stay there. All the way down and head up. Breathing in. Let's take that right leg all the way in now. Forehead down to the knee. And inhale, head back. And exhale, release. And let's finish with a nice big namaskar. Breathing in and breathing out. And relax. Good. So nice and straightforward, and you're welcome to do more of these if you want, guys. It's not necessarily that you just have to do one on each side, but you can see that there was a lot of bending in the back, in the spine. Yeah, this is really good for the back of the neck, especially with all that typing or, you know, that we might be doing. So let's move into our asanas now. So we haven't done this asana before, but I want us to have a go at doing this, okay? So this is Paschimottanasana. It's a forward bend pose, but we need to be very careful. So make sure your chair is able to hold your weight, because we don't want it tipping over mid-pose. Because in this posture, we're going to be required to sit at the end. Yeah, so can you see how I'm sitting? I've got my feet together. Yeah, feet are together, heels are on the floor, toes are up, and I'm sitting on the end of my chair, making sure that I don't slip off. Yeah, so enough grip, enough stability, chest up and chin up. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be forward, completely forward bending. We're going to bring our head down to our knees as much as we can. Okay, so starting off with the closing and then finishing with an opener. Okay, so here we go. Take a nice deep breath in. Okay, and the most important thing is to travel as slowly as you can. Okay, so breathe in, and as you exhale, I want you to come forward. Okay, can you see my arms are still on the side of my head? And what I want to do is I want to come all the way down and see if I can bring my head down to my knees. And if your chair is sliding away, it might be a good idea to put it up against a wall when you're doing a posture like this. But we're doing as low as we can, keeping our hands on our big toes, getting your head as far down, smiling as you're doing this, enjoying the stretch on the whole of the back of the legs, taking a nice deep breath in. And now going even further, but looking slightly ahead. Okay, so it's as if you're trying to bring your face as close to your ankles as you can. If you're losing your balance, feel free to put your hands on the floor and bring your head all the way down. 3, 2, 1, and lift your head up. Place your feet on the floor so we don't lose any of our grip. Breathing in and breathing out and coming down. And legs apart and relax. Now that's quite a challenging one, guys, so well done. It's about trying to balance on the end of the chair as well, but it's also trying to feel the stretch on all of the backs of the legs. So Paschimottanasana is really, really good, okay, for getting all that stretch down the back of the legs. So now that we did a forward bend, we want to do a back bend. So we're going to do Purvottanasana now. So being very careful, anyone with any back pain, please be careful. And we're going to place our hands on the side of the chair for this, okay, and we're going to be lifting ourselves up. So this requires a certain level of measurement. So if you feel like you want to come forward a bit, that's fine. You can see how I'm sitting now, but we're essentially going to lift our hips off and we're going to reverse curve back. Okay, so let's test our arm strength. We're going to do this in inhale. Okay, you can see I edge slightly forward there. If you feel like you can't do any more, you can just stay here in a nice straight line. And if you feel like you can bring your head all the way back and try and look at the back of the chair. Okay, do this with a smile. Hold the breath and not hold the pose, but not the breath. Take a nice deep breath in, push, 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 and exhale and bend your knees and settle yourself all the way down. Very, very good. Good. So that is, I'm sure, a lot of weight on the arms, and you would have felt it a little bit on the legs as well, especially the quads at the front. So if you feel like your hands need it, just give a little rotation. And while you're doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my chair to face the front, just so that you're able to see me when I'm doing the following poses, okay? So just making sure that you are nice and comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in and out and use the backrest. Yeah, we have covered in previous sessions how to use that backrest. So not just slouching, but just letting it support the lower part of your spine. Okay, so we're going to do Virasana now. So nice warrior pose, making sure that we're like a warrior as well. So I'm just doing this facing the side so you can see me, but hopefully you should be able to do this in the same way that your chair is facing. Okay, so what I want us to do is I want us to just stand up and just try and come over your chair like this. Yeah, so try and come over your chair, and if you're not able to, just try and sit. Yeah, try and sit on your chair like this. Okay, now this, what I'll do is let me do it facing this way so you can see what my leg is doing and what my hand is doing. Yeah, and actually what I've done is I've used the chair to support right under my hamstring, and I want to make sure I'm completely facing the front. Okay, so Virasana, just one of the versions of it. We're going to breathe in, just breathe in and raise the arms all the way up. Okay, raise the arms all the way up, and we're just going to take our right hand. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if that left leg can't completely be flat. Yeah, if you're short like me, you might have a bit of problems, but as long as the foot is steady. And then we want to take that right hand all the way back, and you should be able to feel that twist. Okay, so if you don't want to do the arms, you're welcome to just twist out like this. Okay, and just try and look behind you, and if you can lift that arm up and take the other opposite arm back, and really feel that stretch as if you're trying to cut through the air horizontally. Yeah, cut through the air horizontally. Enjoy the stretch. Hold the pose, take a nice deep breath in, and as you go out, just go a little bit further back. Come on, twist. See how far you can go further back. 3, 2, 1, and nice and slowly come all the way up, breathing in, and as you exhale, I want you to see if you can put the whole of your chest down on your quad and bring your chin down to your knee. And now we're just taking the weight off the back leg, yeah? So really just keeping that chin on the knee. This is a good way to tone the sides of our body. Okay, and then just lifting our head all the way up and using our hands to just settle. Yeah, you can see how I'm sitting nice and comfortably now. So Virasana, normally when we're standing, you're going to feel it more in your spine. But when we're doing it on the chair, you'll feel it more in your perineum muscles. Okay, so this is a good practice to help us with our flexibility. So let's have a go at doing the other side. Okay, so just on the other side, guys, I'll be facing the other way, so hopefully you should be able to hear me still. So let's get our body settled, hips and shoulders facing the right hand side, and left leg back, and the leg is out completely in front. You can take your measurement accordingly. Chest up and chin up, and you can already see there's a dent in my spine. Yeah, there's a dip in there. So taking a nice deep breath in, and we're going to, if our right leg is forward, we're going to turn to the right. Okay, so just taking our right hand behind all the way, and you'll be able to notice, guys, which one you're better at. Yeah, which one are you better at? And it's completely up to you with your leg. Would you prefer your heel up, or if you prefer it down, that's also fine as well. Yeah, and it's actually more of a challenge if it's flat. Yeah, so, and again, if you can't raise the arms, just do it with the chest. Yeah, you can do it with your hands. So we're going in the opposite direction, really just holding that arm up. Hold the pose there. Yep. Try and cut through the air a little bit more. Try not to move your head to the arms. Move the arms to the head. Take a nice deep breath in. Back to the front. And as we exhale, we're just going to come down and we're going to place our chin down onto the knee. Try and get our hands flat on the floor and really feel that crunch. Yeah, really, really feel that crunch. Good. And we're going to come all the way up, breathing in, turning to the middle, exhale out, and relaxing on our chair, just giving those legs a little bit of a break. Good. So, hope you all enjoyed the warrior pose. There are different variations, yeah? Remember, if you can't do the arms up, you can just feel free to use put your hands on your hips and then just turn, just like we did in the first round. But it's important we're not putting any pressure on our bodies. A nice stretch, pardon me, a nice stretch is what we're looking for. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do before we do our final pose is just come and sit in Sukhasana. So if we just bring our legs in, sitting up nice and comfortably. And if possible, guys, I would suggest that when you're working, trying to sit like this in the chair is really, really good for you. Yeah, you minimize use of the chair, but actually it keeps your back nice and straight. Yeah, nice and straight. So if you're not able to do Sukhasan, just cross your legs. That's completely fine. Yep. But what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and edge forward. Yeah, so this is our penultimate one. We're doing a bend forward. So my Sukhasan is left leg on top, and if you're doing it with your legs crossed, that's fine. You can just swap them over in the second round. But what we want to do is go right to the back of the chair. Okay, right to the back of the chair, sitting up nice and straight, making sure we're in the middle. And I want to push my chest out, and I want to place my hands flat on the floor. Okay, so nice and slowly, without losing your balance, I want to place my hands flat on the floor. And I want to get my head down. Okay, so what I want to try and do is bring my face as close to the chair as I can. And even with my hands on the floor in this posture, guys, I can feel that stretch inside my leg. Yeah, this is a very good practice for diabetes, for pre-diabetics, very good for our sugar. Okay, and just if you want to use the chair leg, or whatever is comfortable for you, depending on the weight of your chair, we're going to sit ourselves up. Okay, now when you did that forward bend, if you were in Sukhasan, you would have felt that foot come into the organs. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, obviously we want to make sure we're doing it so we're comfortable, so there shouldn't be any pain. And we're going to try and do a swap now. Yeah, so swap the leg over and just try and be observant. Which leg are you finding easier? Yeah, because there's always one leg that is a little bit tighter than the other. Yeah, just like any other part of the body, it's not the same on the opposite side. So we really want to try and see how we're doing. Okay, so let's start the second side. Chest out, chin up, take those hands as far down as you can, being careful, settle the fingers and then the palms. Keep that bottom on the floor, just let your head hang, completely feel that stretch. Try and bring your face as close to the chair as you can. Enjoy that whole stretch inside the left perineum, hamstring area, and lift your head up. And if you want to try and climb up the chair, or if you want to just get yourself up somehow, please do so. Okay, very good. Now let the legs relax a little bit. We're going to finish our final session. We're going to finish our final pose in the session with Raj Kapot Asana, okay, and that is pigeon pose. Now pigeon pose we have done before, Raj Kapot Asana, normally we do on the mat, but we're going to have a go at doing it on the chair, and it's quite close to Virasana as well, but our legs are going to be slightly different, okay. So we'll start with our left hand side, okay, so you can see I'm turning, and instead of placing the leg in front like we were doing in Virasana, I'm actually going to bring it in front like this, okay. So what I want to do is I want to place my perineum right up against the chair, the side of the chair, and I want to make sure my chest and my chin and my hips and everything are in the right direction. Okay. Now we want to be sitting on the side of our thigh. Yeah, we want to be sitting on the side of our thigh. So the heel shouldn't be tucked under. It should be facing this way. Yeah, it should be facing the front out towards the side, and keeping your chest up. And even if we tried, I'm just going to move my chair slightly forward so you can see. Yeah, even if we tried, we can just do this without using our hands. So there's no weight on my hands. I'm just pushing myself out like this, yeah? Pushing myself out. But we want to have a go at taking the pressure a little bit more on our spine. Yeah, so interlock your hands at the front and bring them all the way up. Now, as I'm doing this, I can really feel that stretch here. What I want to do is I want to arch my body all the way back and see how far I can go, leaning as far back as I can, not holding my breath, leaning back, 3, 2, 1. Now keep that head there, and now place your hands on the chair, and now try and push yourself as little far back. You should be able to do this now with the hands down. It's easier. You can use your hands behind you as well, like this. That's fine. Yeah, really just enjoy that stretch. And nice and slowly we're going to relax and go for a swap on the other side. I'm sure our necks are feeling very charged as we're doing this. But the most important thing is, guys, when you're in the pose, try not to keep looking up. We don't want to strain the neck. We want to stretch it out. Okay, so let's go for that swap. You should be a little bit familiar with it now. So knowing that when you're in the pose, we don't want to keep trying to look up, okay? So as much as you can, let's get that leg inside with that foot, okay? Foot flat behind you, chin and chest and hips all facing the front. Take a nice deep breath in, just do a little bit of a warm up as you're going back, and interlock those hands. You can interlock your thumbs as well to make it a little bit easier. And we're going to lift up and lean back. So just hold that pose. Big smiles, feel that stretch in the spine. Nice deep breath in and out, and keep that head there. Exhale, hands are now on the chair, and just without any weight, push yourself back. If you want to use your hands, please use your hands, whatever is comfortable for you. And nice and slowly, we're going to relax the head, and we're going to sit nice and comfortably. Good, well done. That was quite a challenging posture. It's also very good for your throat. Yeah, so let's finish in Sukhasana. If you can sit on the chair, or if you prefer sitting with your legs on the floor, that's completely fine. Just sitting up nice and straight and letting our body recover from these poses. So just Jin Mudra, Jima Mudra, on our knees, chest up and chin up. And we'll just finish with a little bit of dhyan, just focusing on our breathing. So just inhaling and exhaling. And try and listen out for our breathing and our heartbeat. Nice and calm. Using that back of the chair, and from your head to your toes, just observing the changes in the body after all of those practices, especially in the spine. Just finishing with 3 Oms, Ah, O and Ma. Vibrations are felt at the base of the stomach in Ah, O, the chest, and Ma in the head. Let the organs feel the vibration, let them be relaxed in your own time. Inhale. Gulp your saliva, relax your throat, release the fingers, and start to rub your palms, get them nice and warm. And just cup the eyes lightly, making sure there's no light coming through. Open the eyes inside the pitch black, and with every blink, just loosen the grip, and nice and calmly just stretch all the way up, 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 up. Nice big namaskar to everything, to everyone, to even our chairs for supporting us today. And we're finishing with positive thoughts, remembering to speak positively and feel positive in our hearts. So thank you very much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Keep practicing, keep up the work, and I will see you next time. Namaste.